tsunami warning is in effect. They expect waves up to 10 feet or even higher, guys. The Pacific Ring of Fire has done something again, a subduction zone, a magnitude 7.6 originating from the Philippine Trench. Subduction of the Philippine Sea Plate beneath the Philippine Mobile Belt at the Philippine Trench, and you can see the trench here. It's right on that trench, a massive subduction zone. Another massive large earthquake, magnitude 7.6 in a subduction zone with tsunami warning in the Philippines. So guys, this was somewhat foreseeable, but this is a season of natural disasters for the Philippines. The earthquake this morning local time comes as the Philippines is still recovering and reeling from a string of natural disasters that have devastated parts of the country. Last week, we just had a magnitude 7.0 earthquake that struck the coastal city of Bogo in the Cebu province. I have reported about this. You probably have seen these pictures, terrifying pictures of what happened. It has unfortunately ended 74 people and has injured more than 500. So since this earthquake just happened, guys, of course, we don't have a clear picture of what the damage is, but we've got the first videos coming in and you see it in the background. It's terrifying. And that was not all. The country is also located in a region that is prone to typhoons. So they were also hit with that in addition to the earthquakes. And now a magnitude 7.6. The Indonesian officials are urging people and they say remain calm. Well, that is easier said than done if everything's rattling and then you have to go to higher ground because there's a threat of 8 tsunamis. So they said avoid spreading or believing unverified information. Well, also that the power was down in some areas. Where do you get your information? Of course, they're saying stay away from buildings that are cracked or damaged due to the quake. Of course, get out of these buildings. And that's why I'm saying remain calm. Well, easier said than done. If we watch the videos of what's happening there, people are somewhat calm, but somewhat not. Understandably, especially since they know what just happened with the other earthquake. So they say inspect your homes and make sure that your home is structurally sound and free from earthquake-induced damage before you re-enter it. Also great advice, but some damages you only see when you enter it, and the danger comes here. Should you enter your home and should you realize that there is some danger, we have aftershocks coming in the magnitude 5s. So even if the building is still standing, it might be damaged and the aftershocks might give it the rest and they might collapse. So highly still dangerous. Aftershocks 5.9, 5.6, they're coming in. We have reports of damaged buildings in Davao Oriental and we're getting in the first pictures. The southern Philippine province of Davao Oriental, their governor is saying that people panicked when the earthquake struck and that buildings were damaged. And some buildings were already quickly reported to have been severely damaged. This is what the governor, Edwin Jubahip, has told local broadcasters. And he also said the earthquake was very strong, very strong. And this province has also been rattled by natural disasters, guys. In 2012, in this province, hundreds of people were lost because of the aftermath of Typhoon Bopha. So this is not nice. This is not an easygoing living as it seems. And when it happened, they did expect a destructive tsunami. That's what the Philippine authorities are saying. The Philippine Seismologic Agency is warning of a, how they call it, destructive tsunami with life-threatening wave heights. They say that waves are expected to surge more than 3 to 4 feet 1 meter above normal tides and even higher on an enclosed bay, several enclosed bays and straits that are there in this area. First tsunami waves are expected at 11:43 local time, and they may last for hours. And remember, guys, the first wave is not always the highest or the worst. And even if it's only 3 to 4 feet high, the force, the weight, the power that the water has that is pushing in, that's enough to do a lot of damage to life and to infrastructure. And also, hospitals, again, were highly affected by these earthquakes. There was a frenzy at the Davao hospital when people were evacuating. You see the pictures here. The state broadcaster has published photographs of chaotic scenes outside a hospital in Davao City. Patients and staff rushing to evacuate after the earthquake hit. Some patients you see on the pictures, they're receiving treatments in the car park at the Southern Philippines Medical Center while crowds are still running through the corridors. Absolutely crazy. And by the way, the officials also told people, secure your boats, your vessels, if you're in a port, and at best move away from the waterfront. So boats already at sea during this period should stay offshore in deep waters until further advice, because they're safe from the big waves. First reports about the tsunami waves, they thought that they would even be as high as over 10 feet. So Friday morning off the coasts of Mindanao, first they said 7.4, and now it has been upgraded to a 7.6. The depth of this earthquake is 58.1 kilometers. That's roughly 40 miles. People, we're getting pictures and videos, and people are gathering outside a shopping mall in Davao. You see the pictures here. So it's not a great situation right now, and I think we have to see what damage reports are coming in during the day. Thankfully, it's daylight. It didn't happen at night, which would have been way more catastrophic, as you can imagine. So we should get more videos and information soon. I just thought I'll keep you updated about this as fast as I can, guys. But there's so much more going on in the world. You should check out the videos in the end screen. I just made a video about what could happen to the west coast of Canada and the US, and I'm talking about the whole part. They are facing a new version of a disaster that will break records, that will be the worst that they have ever seen, because scientists, as a coincidence, they wanted to drill in the ocean to get test samples, but they were off with their navigation, and then they discovered evidence of past catastrophes that blew their minds. So guys, you really should watch this. This is crucial for Canada and North America as a whole, and the US, of course. Videos here in the end screen. If you want to support the channel and fill me up with coffee, guys, to keep me going, check the link in the description. I have a Buy Me a Coffee site, buymeacoffee.com/silky. Thank you for my members. Hello to all the new members. Of course, thank you to all the members that stick with me for longer. And thanks for the supers, for your comments, for being here, for liking, for hyping. See you in this video or in this one. Choose one, but choose. I'll see you in a second.